So we're going to have special guests. Well, so don't have to deal with it. Sometimes I'll forget to turn that off on a post or something, and all of a sudden I'll start getting kind of spam type of things. So, and actually, Jim, you might know a little bit more about what the Kismet
Yeah,
is.
yeah. So Akismet was actually developed. It's a plugin developed by
The same,
Automatic,
right? Same
which is
people
the company that Matt Mullenweg owns. And
WordPress.com.
yeah, right. I don't think Automatic owns any of the development of WordPress. It just so happens that the CEO of Automatic is the guy that created the core.
Matt.
Yeah, Matt Mullenweg. So that's how they're related. But anyways, the way it works is it simply monitors any comments that are posted on your site. It refers to a large database of known spam, and it
that
deletes
database
it.
is kept up by crowdsourcing. People, if they get spam, say this is spam, it goes into their database and it checks all that.
Exactly, exactly.
And what's it? I always kept it off. I mean, I didn't sign up for it because my sites, I always just had comments turned off. But if you're going to want to do some blogging, and I did this on my particular site, you might want people to comment, and you still have to monitor it a little bit. But this keeps out a lot of that blogging or spammers. And one of the things I was reading a little bit about the spam is it's not like email spam where they're trying to sell you products. Spam you, buy a watch, buy whatever. The people who are spamming your websites and comments, they're going after your readers, trying to sell your readers things.
Yeah, now there's another reason why.
Oh,
Have you ever gotten spam that just absolutely didn't make sense, like something stupid like, this is a
yeah.
great site, I love your insight, even though you...
Is that
yeah.
ping back?
They're looking for the link juice, because
Right.
every time someone puts a comment, it asks for their URL. So then if their comment goes live on your site, now your live site is linking to their site, and
Yes.
Google thinks it's valuable.
Right.
So,
And
yeah.
so just to show you that, you can see here, basically it's the Akismet plugin. You can click on there, it'll go to their site. If you're using it for your personal site, which is, this is mine, bobsnow.me, you sign in and it'll give you a little key code. Once you get that back, you go back to your Akismet settings, and there it is. I'm not going to show you that too long, but
Now, Bob, I can see the one thing that I'm going to ask you to do is get your screen onto a 4:3 setting, like a 1024 by 768 or something like that. Because what it does is it squishes it for the poor folks out in
okay, let me.
TV land. So yeah, spam, that's a good thing. I had one of my sites, and I think Teresa would be interested in this one. One of my sites was infected with a virus. And the way that happens is if you don't update WordPress or even your themes, and in this case, the virus that I have is on my theme, and somebody finds a vulnerability, what they'll do is they'll use that vulnerability to install their own code. And in fact, what they're doing is they're modifying the PHP of your theme's code. And so now on this one particular site, I can't even open it anymore because it's got a virus on it. And I haven't tried it on this computer, but let's jump over here on my computer, and I'm going to try to get to it. It's haroldlustig.com, lustig.com. I'm going to go to that site and see how it says this web page is not available. So you'd think, oh man, I guess the page is down. But if I went /wp-admin, I bet you I could still get to the admin page. And there it is. Yeah. So the site's available. It's just that it's got a virus and they ain't serving it no more. So
now, is that something that they're not serving, or is it you've got protection on there?
I know I don't have any protection on this computer, but the only thing I can think of, because at my house I get a virus block that pops up.
Right, I get those.
The only thing I can think of is either South, in this case, Cox is our service provider here, right? Or is it Comcast?
Yeah, one of them.
Yeah, one of those. So anyways, the internet service provider might be blocking it. Let me try using this browser, Harold Lustig, and see if there's any difference. And using Mozilla, wow, look at what that did. It just took me back to Google.
Oh.
Well, unless my computer's just thrashed. Or now I probably got a virus on my computer, damn it.
They didn't block it.
Whatever, I know. So now, yeah, let's screw that one. So who knows? Maybe I just got a virus on my computer. But the point is that WordPress sites can get a virus. Yeah. The way that I could kill the virus, if I wanted to take the time myself, is I could reinstall all the WordPress files to make sure that those are nothing new, and reinstall all the theme files. Now, I don't want to do that. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
So there are services out there, and I mean, I could go out and get my own service to do this one. I think it's like, I don't know, $90 a year, and then you can you give the codes to this service, and it will go in there, search for the viruses, and clear them out. Well, I'm not even going to waste my time learning it, because I have a friend, his name's John, and in his business, he provides that service. Oh. So I just pay him. He just enters the codes. He'll for every year, he'll just clean it out.
And it like scrubs the site or something like that.
Yeah. So
well, that's cool.
If let me try something. I'm going to try to show you how I know there's a virus on this site, and I'm going to change the theme. And if I change the theme, I should be able to get back to the site because the virus is in the theme.
Attached to the theme.
Yeah. So I'm going to activate 2011, and now let's go ahead and view the site. Look at that. There it is.
There you go.
So it's just a matter of it being in that theme.
So one of the things then, unless you customized it quite a bit, is you could just uninstall the theme and reinstall the theme.
Exactly.
Which is a quick. And now, if you've done any customizing.
Now let me ask you this: do you think I backed up my theme? Nah. I didn't back it up. But hey, you know what? It's okay. I'm not worried about it. This is the risk that you take.
That's one of the things with some of the themes, a lot of them that I designed, because I'm using a separate program, I've got the original source file. So I can just regenerate the theme and install that. And
I might be able to, because it said, for whatever reason, a friend of mine, the guy that I was going to use, he says, oh, this page isn't infected. For whatever reason, one of the pages wasn't infected. Don't know why. So I might even be able to look at one of my other pages.
Oh, and see the code there.
Just to see what it looks like. So look at it, like this products page. It's not infected. So at least what I can do is take a look at the site and realize, oh, okay, this is how it's supposed to look, and I'll have to modify the code to make sure it looks like that. So there you go.
And really, to back up your theme, well, I guess some hosting places will do that. Back up your
site. Well,
site.
Yeah. I could have just, it's so easy. I could have downloaded it, right? But I don't do it. I still have the password of password, and let's all be honest on this.
So what site is that?
every site I've got. So so spam, viruses, it can happen with WordPress.
As it can with pretty much anything, people So I've got something, and I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit.
What you got?
I've been trying to add this a donate button to our Poppy Jasper Film Festival.
Yep.
And basically, here's the front of there's the site, and we had another one of our volunteers is working on it. So now we've got I think 4 people putting content into the site.
Yep.
Everybody's working together, and it's working. It's awesome.
It's looking good, yeah.
So what I wanted to do is this spot here, right here on the front sidebar, is I want to put a donate button right there.
Okay.
And as soon as I show you, it's going to work. But so what I did is we've got our page, donate page, and I went in here and we've already got a button created, a PayPal button.
Does it work?
And it works.
Okay.
Goes out there, it works great. So what I thought I would do, okay, we've got my widget on the sidebar. It's got HTML and all that. So I assumed I could take, and maybe you'll know, here's my code, form action. That's basically our PayPal button.
Okay.
And I copy it. And now when I go to our widgets, this is my widget information. If you go to the visual,
Oh. Okay, okay.
and it's a WYSIWYG thing, and I'm assuming it can handle HTML because it's got the HTML button.
Okay.
So it looks nice. That's what it looks like on our page. I go to HTML. And we'll go down here. So this is the code for my horizontal rule.
Okay.
I want to put the code in there. I paste it. It sits there fine. I hit save. It just deletes it and
Okay.
goes back. So I don't. So that's a problem I was.
All right,
messing
so
with.
watch this. Close this out, right?
Okay.
So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do put text right under this WYSIWYG,
Okay.
and you're going to paste this. Save. And we got to get back to your Poppy Jasper. Oh,
What's this?
and then now we can
Yeah, just.
see if that worked. Now, if this doesn't work, oh,
And that worked.
yeah. So let me explain what the problem
Okay,
was.
yeah,
Is
because
that plugin, the WYSIWYG, strips out
the
that
puts
form
its
code.
own- I gotcha.
So it just so happened you weren't having a problem with WordPress. You were having a problem with that plugin.
With that, and I thought that's what it was because, and I think it kind of works with other ones because it popped up and worked for one instance.
Yeah. Now I
then
tried to install that plugin that you have.
Uh-huh.
Didn't work for me.
Didn't work.
No. So,
So it's-
one of my other
it's-
plugins must have conflicted with it.
Yeah, and that's what it could be is maybe because it did pop up and then it.
Well, in that
started-
case,
Now that
the
was
fact that
interesting.
the fact that it stripped your code right away when you click save
Right.
tells me that that plugin has something in there
Says-
that's stripping the code.
Okay, and it's working now. I think why I didn't even try this one is because I didn't read it enough, and I was just skimming. Oh, that's just a text.
Right.
And I was just assuming again. Don't assume. You pop in HTML, it's going to show HTML.
Yep.
So, all right. Well, that just solved a problem. I sat there for a couple hours. I'll give them a round
All
of-
right.
round of
If we could just
applause.
get paid for the work that we do. All right. I've got a, I don't even know if I can pull this one off, but I've got this thing where this lady's asking me to make some changes to her site, and she wants, what do you call it? Tables. She wants tables, and I'm sure that she sent me an attachment. And
Oh,
I'm going to show you
Did
what
you
it
find it?
does, and I don't even know what to do on this one. I mean, I do know what to do, but I want to ask you, hey, what do you think how I should approach it? So let's go ahead and look for this file. She's got it somewhere. Maybe I won't be able to find it before the break. This says it's got a... Yeah, I'm not going to find it. Okay.
we got a couple minutes here.
She said, thank you. It says, thanks for video converter video. How do you find the actual...
Now, what is she using the tables for? Just to structure things?
I'll show you. on her events page, and you can go ahead and cut over to my thing. Do you see how she's got all these events right here?
Okay.
She wanted this to be lined up a little bit nice and cleaner, and she can have the click on the right and stuff like that. So she basically just wanted to look nice.
Well, I saw something, and I haven't tried it, and I just happened to see it just totally by chance earlier today. There's a plugin, and it's called WP Table Reloaded, and I haven't tried it. Now, the reviews I was reading is basically this one. It looks like it's building tables mainly from a spreadsheet. So if you tell it how you want it to build it, and then it will import your spreadsheet. So it's like something like this, if it's just rows of things, it would put it into. And I'm just assuming that, again, I haven't tried it. You know, I thought at first it was just a work, when I was reading about it, a better workaround for just building tables within WordPress, because one of the first things they were talking about was people who used to design with HTML like me. I liked putting things in tables because it just grouped everything real nicely and lined them up. WordPress tables work okay, not that. I find that they're not that great.
Yeah, you know what?
They're good for rows of things.
Before we go to break, let me show you the actual thing that she wants to design, and let me ask you what you would do. So this is the page that she wants in WordPress. Okay. And you could see how she's obviously got this 1, 2, 3, 4 columns there. This one she's got 2 columns. And I could do a table, and I guess that's not a problem. Would you suggest using something like Dreamweaver, creating the table in that, putting all that text in there, and just copying and pasting the HTML?
You know, that's what I do a lot.
Just do it, huh?
Yeah. And what's good, like in WordPress, you could probably do something like that. It lines up things very, unless you have all the coding perfect, you'd have to make 2 tables, one with 4 columns. If you do something in WordPress, and actually there's free HTML stuff out there, you know, I forget the names of them. But sometimes if I want something really clean, I'll do that. I go into Dreamweaver because it's just so much faster for me. I build it, copy that chunk of code out. Now, occasionally there are still problems.
Yeah, no doubt.
Importing it, you know, so.
Well, you know, the cheesy way I've done it, and I love this little technique, is when I'm pressed against time and I got something in Microsoft Word that looks good, I do a file save as in Word, save as HTML, and then I use a special plugin called Inline with WordPress, and then the tag is inline, the name of the HTML file, and it looks like that is embedded into the WordPress site.
So it's almost like a, what would you call that? Like
it's an iframe. It is. It absolutely is iframe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they just call it inline. But
okay.
So anyways, hey, I think this is a good time for me to step back out into the production realm so I can take a look at some of the suggestions you made, and bring Teresa in, see what she has to say about WordPress. And I think we have one of those good old epic fail videos, huh?
All right.
All right, let's see what we got.
The rings, please.
Oh God! No! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
So remember the picture of the horse I showed you earlier? Well, here it is, blown up. This is a big horse. Look at that horse. The bushy tail, the big teeth, the hooves. Okay, my producer, Tara Cates, just told me this isn't a horse, it's a butterfly.
Okay, I'm the only one in this room professional enough that I know of to carry this block for you. I'm the only one. Right? No, all right. Is everybody all right?
No, güey. ¡Ya, güey! ¡Pinche pendejo, güey! ¡Ya! ¡Pinche vato, güey!
nada, güey, pinche gato, ya, güey. Ya, güey, por favor, idiota.
Ah, te bañaste.
¡Ya me dejo, idiota!
Maybe we can be together. Never.
I personally believe that U.S. Americans are unable to do so because some people out there in our nation don't have maps, and I believe that our education, like such as in South Africa and the Iraq, everywhere like such as, and
Feet on the rail.
It's a lot of fun, a whole day. Stop. Oh, stop. Oh, I can't. Oh, stop. Oh, I can't breathe.
The rings, please.
Oh, God. No.
We're back.
Teresa's
I'm back.
back.
I'm new. I'm in.
Yeah, it seems that, well, you have another little new.
I do. I'm
little
so
plugin.
excited because it's just such a lead in because you were just showing the widget thing
Oh, right.
and what you did to put mainly you were pointing out the problem you were having and Jim fixed
Right.
it in like 5 seconds, which is awesome. Okay, but I also noticed that you put some code in there to add a horizontal row.
Yes.
Okay, I have got something for you. It's so exciting. Okay, so if you come to my computer, I am on my Digital Moon Studios website. Actually, this is Jim's computer, but I'm on my Digital Moon Studios page, and I'm going to go to this TV production page right here, and just
Was it
click
the TV production?
edit. Oh, no, it wasn't. Oh, wrong page. Whoops. Thank you. No, I'm going to go down here to my videography and photography page. I'm going to hit edit. And I just found this today, just dumb luck. I wasn't looking for it. It just came upon it, and I was like, I love it. Okay, see right here, if you can see, right under my line, our photography, right here, I'm going to make it bigger. You can look, and I have a horizontal row. So you can see that line right there, kind of light. But if you go to the visual, Oh, I am on the visual. Ha. So I had that horizontal line. Guess what I had to do that?
Short code.
No?
No. Oh.
Even better.
Oh,
Okay. No, not a button. Not that good. Okay, let me make it bigger so I can, or it's smaller so I can get over here. So I'm going to click over to the HTML site, and this is what I had to do right there. That's all I had to do. Put, oops, whoops, right there.
Horizontal row.
That's it.
Yep.
That's all I had to do.
And that's actually what I did, but you can also enhance that.
Oh, yours is an enhanced horizontal row.
Well, what it is the same code,
Uh-huh.
horizontal horizontal row, but you can put the width. So I made mine 180 and one high.
Oh,
so
I
if
thought
you,
I was telling you a
but
tip.
well, that works really good, but that's old HTML code.
HTML?
But it's cool, so you can change the width if you want.
So
and
what do you
can
do?
make it fatter if you
Let's
want.
make it fatter. So what do you do? HR width
So
equals?
Let me look at how.
Let's just do it. Width equals 10. Let's see if that'll work. That looks like it should work. I love just trying stuff. I think it's rule. Horizontal rule. Oh, there we go. Oh, no, that didn't do it. Oh, wait, I didn't wait long enough. Oh, no, I just changed.
It is.
Nothing.
Let's look at the code that I have.
Let me change that back so I don't mess my site up here. That was not the correct syntax, guys, but it was worth a shot.
So if you switch over to mine, so what it's actually doing on mine is because I use the code here, or I mean I used to code it in. Let me zoom in close here. It's actually putting an inline style sheet snippet.
Ah.
So you can see here, I'll highlight it. So what this is saying, let's see if I can get in closer, is HR in the brackets.
Uh-huh.
So here's the whole bracket here. So if you read it, it's HR style equals, which is a CSS code, height, 1 point, width, 180, border width is 1 border style. So I could actually change the color.
Oh, you can do a ton of things with that.
So basically what it is you're taking the tag HR,
right,
which is perfect. And what that'll do is just throw it in the whole width of the table.
Yeah, so if you want just a quick line, a quick border.
And especially if it's between, if it's just between items and you want to separate them like that.
Right.
It works for you. And then there's all this other stuff.
All these other things. But if you don't want to get too fancy and you just want to do a simple border, a simple
just
line.
to let people know, how did you find
that? I was looking for WordPress tips for you guys because I thought I don't want to just do the only thing. I had one thing to show you today. I'm like, there's got to be something else. So I did a search on the best WordPress tips, and it just came up, and I'm like, oh, that's really simple, really easy. And I put it in. I'm like, oh, look how easy that is.
And it's really cool for separating things.
Yeah. And like a blog, sometimes if you do your a bunch of blogs, it's just too much, too messy.
And actually what it was is I noticed, the way I popped it in here is on the, originally, if you go to my computer here, we got the front of the Poppy Jasper site. Over on the left, as you're looking, before there were like little dots.
Yeah, I
and it was
transparented those.
Yeah,
is that a verb?
What it did is because I think the theme has a 1 point around your image. So remember we did the transparent GIF.
Yeah.
It outlined that GIF.
Right.
So that's why it was a black dot.
Oh, because I went in and selected them and made them white, so that because I was like, what are those dots doing
still
there?
Kind of popping up. And
yeah.
Then, which was good, but then I went ahead and put in.
Yeah, the line's better.
The row thing is kind of nice and breaks it up.
Yeah, it breaks it up, and this is, breaks it up.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. All right, so that was just a quick tip for everybody. Now, last week we talked about the navigation bars in the posts, and I promised you I would show you how to make it so that your navigation bar only navigated to the posts that you wanted it to.
Oh, okay, right.
So, I made a page that we can play with so I don't mess up anything really important on my site. So now the first thing, remember, you want to turn on the navigation bar at the top of the page.
Okay.
All right, now I had turned that off. So the way you turn that on, if you remember, is you go over to Appearance and you go to Themes. And in our theme, anyway, this may be different for whatever theme you're using.
Different themes are going to have different options. Some of them, the theme for my page, I go to Theme Options and it's what color do you want it?
That's it.
That's the only question.
Yeah, so, but this theme that Bob made for me, this wonderful theme, if you go to Theme Options, and then you just scroll down to Posts, let me make that a little bigger, to Posts, and then you select what you want to do. Show navigation links at top of front post page, yada, yada, yada. All right, so I selected Show navigation links at top of page, and I'm going to turn that on, right? So, and I'm going to save, I'm going to reduce that down a little bit more, and I'm going to save that change right here, Save Changes, okay? And then I made a page to show you what this will do, because I don't really have anything that's using that option right now. So if I go to Pages, oops, busy doing stuff today. That's my thought about why that error comes up. It's just too many people working at once. I don't know if that's true.
Yeah,
but
and sometimes, I mean, we've had theories about that.
Or the site's slow, or...
Yeah, and I think the way that a lot of them are hosted, the databases are hosted on different machines. Because I know occasionally we get ours, it'll slow down, but if I go to an HTML site, it's fine.
Oh, really?
So it's pulling a lot of things. And then we've also brought up before that if you have a lot of plugins and things, because it loads all the plugins at the beginning,
I'm not done
it's
yet.
calling stuff.
Right, yeah.
And
okay, so if you go back to my site, you can see I added this page. I'm just going to, by the way, I don't know if everybody knew this, just add another little tip. See this up here, this search pages? You know, if you've got a whole bunch of pages and you know which one you want to pull up and edit, and you don't want to like go through what I've got 4 pages of.
Oh, right.
Right?
So
just do search and type in this case, I know that I named that page something navigation, right? So I just type that in and I do search pages, and then it will show, look, oh, there it is right there. I don't have to like search, go through all the pages. Yeah. All right, so I click on edit. And actually I should have viewed it first, and I'm going to make it a little smaller so I can see it. And it's still doing stuff. Okay, so I just said this page will show you an example of how you can do this, all right? So I'm going to do a preview so you can see what it looks like right now. And, okay, so here it is. It's Winning Films Navigation, and I used that handy little cat list thing that I think I told, didn't I tell you guys about that another week? Cat list, that plugin?
Yes.
Yeah. So I used the cat list plugin right here, short code from the cat list plugin to say I want everything, all the posts from my category list. So I have them all categorized by Winning Films. Cat list ID equals 12. And I want you to order them by, and I want a maximum number of posts of 15. That's all that's telling me, all right? So that's how the page now shows me this list of films, all right? Because I categorized each one of these as winning. But now, if you click on a film, it's going to bring up the post for that in a second. In just a few more seconds.
It is running slow.
Okay. And oh my God, it didn't show the. Okay, wait a minute. I might have picked the wrong. Might have picked the wrong. Why is it nothing ever works when it's on live TV? Okay, hang on. Let me go back to my themes because it didn't show the navigation.
It even have problems at home. So.
Oh yeah. Okay, good. All right, so I'm going to scroll down and see if maybe I picked the wrong thing. Show navigation links at top of post page. Oh, single post view. That's what I was supposed to do. Okay. And I'm not exactly sure why, so I'm not going to pretend I know. But I clicked it on show navigation links at the top of post page. Okay. It's not all the posts. It's a single post I just brought up.
Right.
Right. So
puts the post inside the page.
Yeah. So what I really wanted to show, what I really wanted to pick was show bottom navigation links. Nope, sorry. Show top navigation links in a single post view, okay? Because that's what I'm doing over on that page, right? I hope that makes sense. So it's a single post view that I was using. So I'm going to save that. And now, once that's saved, if I go back over to the page and refresh it, so we're here, then it should show my navigation bar at the top of the page. And yes, so see it shows Hatch. So if I go back to Hatch, I click on Hatch, it's going to bring up that post. The future, I click on that, it's going to bring up the future and a house, a home. And that's it, right? So if I go back to my navigation, oh my goodness, I'm talking too much. So those are the films, that's it. So now you're saying, well, gee, how come it didn't go through all the posts, right? Okay.
That's a good thing.
So what I had to do was I went over into my themes editor, and I was going to get into this long explanation about functions, but how many minutes do I have, Anthony? I have 4 minutes. I can do it. Okay. So when I was searching for how to do this, I searched for, how do you navigate just the posts for this category, right? And it showed me that I should go into, some of the feedback I got was that I should go into this, let me make this bigger, single post page, which makes sense, right? It said go into the single post page and go into your code. Let me, how do I turn that off? Oops, wrong button. What did I do? Okay. Oh, I got into help view somehow. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to make it one column, but whatever. Okay, so I went into my single page.
And this is your single page
PHP.
PHP.
Okay. And it said, okay, I need to make this. How do I make this single column, Bob?
Drop down up at the top where it says, it should be screen options.
Why do I not see that?
It should be next to that. It may not do it when you're in edit
Okay,
mode.
maybe it does. Well, I need to make this smaller so I can see, so I apologize. I'll make it bigger when I find it. Okay, so, and it said to look for cat, right? So, and that's for category. And see, it says 0 of 0, right? Okay, because basically what this is doing in this theme, it says right here, if you can see this theme page navigation, next link. Okay, so the next link is get previous post link. If you look at that, theme get previous post link, that's a function call.
Automatically gonna
Right.
Right.
So theme get previous post link is a function. So I can't do the change that I know I need to do in here because this is calling a function. I need to go look at that function. Right? So what I did was I thought, all right, I know what a function is. Let's see. Oh, look, there's a thing over here that says theme functions. Right? And I hope you guys can see this. If you look over here in my templates selection, it says theme functions, right? So, 1 minute. Oh, no. Okay, so I went into theme functions. And then in here, if I can find it in 1 minute. Let me see if I can make this bigger. Okay, so I went into, let me see if I can find category now. Okay, so that's locate. Next. Okay. I'm looking, actually I should look for yes.
No. While you're looking for that, I'm going to give everybody a little bit of a warning. If you go in and change your functions and PHP codes and things like that and customize it, if you decided, you know what, I want to change my font on my theme, and I'm going to, at least this theme because I designed it, and say, okay, I'm going to reload my theme. Boom, all your customization is going to be gone. So, okay, you know what we're going to do here real quick? We're going to cut to a quick break. And when we come back, you can finish that.
Yeah, I'll finish this.
And,
sorry, it's
we'll
taking
be
a little
back
longer.
in a few minutes, and I'll see you guys next week. And Teresa will be back in a minute.
Thanks,
Okay.
Bob. Sorry, I
All
didn't
right.
let you talk.
No, it's fine.
Oh! Oh, he's gonna bust it. Hey, jump off, run! Oh! Oh! Say what?
Oh, fuck!
Take it to first!
So, welcome back, and you can see
Hi.
Teresa and I switch places.
Yes, he wanted his computer. What a concept.
I know, because I've got some stuff on the computer that I was going to show. But go ahead and continue with what you were doing.
Okay.
And what I'll do is I'll talk a little bit about that what Bob was mentioning. Is I mentioned at the beginning of the show that you can get viruses in your computer, in your WordPress installation. And specifically, I have a virus in my theme. Now, if I would have backed up that theme, right, and that's what I should have done. If I wanted to get rid of that virus, all I would have had to do was restore the backup of that theme. And what Bob was saying is if I'm using that editor and I'm editing functions in my theme, well, once I restore that backup, I just lost all my edits. So one thing to do to solve that problem is whenever you make edits to a theme, and I'm still trying to get used to this myself, you use the concept of a child theme. And that way you're creating a brand new file called functions, and any changes you make to that file, it doesn't overwrite the other one, it just uses it as a preferred function versus the original theme files. So that way when you replace the original theme files, it's not going to affect your edits. You ready to go, or you want me to show some other things?
Show something, because for some reason...
All right, so I want to show this site, bridgestounderstanding.com. And I want to show you just a crazy... Uh-oh. Let me do a Control F5. Uh-oh. This is showing an old version of the site. That's weird.
That is weird.
Yeah, because I just updated this one. I wonder why it's doing that. But one of the things that, let me just kind of show you what I'm looking at. This big old green bar that goes right across the top. I wanted to know how to replace that. So what I did was I right-clicked on it and I want to see View Image. And unfortunately, in what is this program called? Google Chrome, you can't see those images. So I have to use Firefox to be able to do a view image. And what I would do is I would right-click on the image, click View Image. It'd tell me exactly what that image is, and then I just go look up that image in the style sheets, and bam, I can change it, right?
There it is.
So if you come back to my computer, I'll go to Bridges to Understanding. And I'm going to right-click on that item, and I'm going to show you how I can find it real quick. Okay, so I'm going to right-click on this item, View Background Image, and up at the top it tells me what it is, categories-bg.gif. Okay, so all I got to do now is I go back into that theme, I look for categories-bg.gif, and it's real easy. And I'm going to show you that in the style sheet. And the reason why I'm going through this one is because I was trying to do what you did, and it spent at least a half an hour looking for this.
Doing what?
Trying to work backwards.
Oh, working backwards, yeah.
So here's the categories arrow.gif, right? Category IES-BG.gif. There's the -BG right here, right? But when I went over here and I said, okay, let's look at this right one right over here. This was called, it's not letting me, I just want to show this very far right one. Categories-right-orange.gif. Okay? And I looked that up, and it's nowhere to be found. And I'm like, what the heck? Then I went and got this special program called grep, and I searched. This program allowed me to search through all text files for categories-orange, nowhere to be found. I'm like, how could this exist? I went to the header. I don't know how I thought of this one. They've got a function in this header, categories. Categories. And it says it's going to ask for oh, look at this one. Image source. Images, categories-right, and then it calls for the PHP function to say what theme it is, and if the theme was orange, it puts orange, and so it was actually a code that was embedded inside the system. Sorry if you couldn't hear me for a while there because I was offline. So anyways, that was my little...
oh, that's neat. Well, you know, we should call this the theme of this show, functions. We're learning a lot about functions today.
All right, so let's see what you got.
Okay, so what I have is, so I went into my, remember I was in my theme editor, and I went into my theme functions over here on the right, my theme functions templates. And now inside here, you'll see, let's see if I make this a little bigger for you. You'll see it's calling, oh, I kind of lost it when I did that. Let's see, where'd it go? Okay, if function exists, WP, page, Navi, WordPress, yada, 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 okay? In other words, if there's a function that exists that's going to navigate your page, then you're going to call these commands here. And it says right here, get previous post link, right? So it's getting, if you want to get the previous post, then I'm going to say, wait a minute, that's not the right thing. Where did it go? Oh, here we go. Sorry, wrong area. Theme get post link, right? It's the post link, right? So it's looking for this function that we saw over in the single.php page, theme get previous post link, and now it's going to say, okay, if it exists, go get it. And then here's an attribute right here, in same cat equals true. So, whoops. So the default for that is false. And so I looked it up, I went in there, I changed it to true, and now all my navigation bars in my single post page is just for the same category as that post. So in this case, I put all those winning films that I showed you in the other page, I put all those in the category of winning films, right? So then every time I wanted a single post, I went to a single post page and it showed me the navigation bar at the top. It'll only show me what's in that same category, the posts in that same category. Now you made a good point earlier when we were offline about this and what it will do. You know, this is affecting everything on your site. So if that's not what you want it to do for every post, then you don't don't do this. But it's also just for that, because I just turned that yes on for that single. It's for the single post page. Does that make sense?
This is what I want you to do next time.
Okay.
This is good and good. What you could have done, and what I want you to do, is I want you to go back and copy all that code for that function and copy it and paste it right underneath it, but rename the function Teresa's post. And then go back to the where it's calling that function and call your function. So in other words, you're not affecting the original function, so in case anything else calls for that function, it still works great, but you're just creating a second function that works exactly like you want it to work.
Well, so here's a question for you then. Because this is, if you look, this is if the function exists, theme get previous post link, right? Okay, this is probably going to be sounding silly. It might be right underneath this for all I know, but where is that function? That's what I want to know. This is a function right here, theme get previous link, right? So it's saying if this theme get previous post link exists, then do this. But it's calling function theme get previous link. Does that make sense? It seems like it's calling itself.
Okay, so this is what I was going to say.
Is this too deep?
This might be too deep. I was a little bit awed by what you were doing, because a lot of the functions that themes call aren't functions of the themes themselves. They're calling to the WordPress core. So I think what's happening there is it's saying if the function get previous post exists in the core,
then do this.
Then re-identify it as that.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
And if it doesn't exist in the core,
okay,
then don't do that.
Well, that makes sense because I couldn't find it.
Oh, okay.
So I thought, all right, well, I know there's a function that does this because this command works. So where the heck is that function? It's in the core of WordPress.
Right.
So, okay, great. But, I like your idea and I'm going to try that. But it's, for me, it's perfect because every time I call a post for my site, I want it to be in that same category. And that's just the way I'm using it. And you can also put different navigation bars. As you can see, you can put one on the bottom that maybe goes through all the posts because I didn't affect that one.
Yep.
One on the top that just goes through the single. Of course, you kind of have to explain that because it'd be a little confusing. But, a lot of different options. But I was all excited because I found a way to do it without a plugin. And I got to get into the code, and that was kind of fun.
Yeah. Now, I'll tell you what, another couple things that this makes me think of. First of all, WordPress is open source. That means that even though you can't get to those functions that you were talking about through the editor, you can always go to the actual WordPress files that are on the server and find the functions of that.
Yeah.
And you can do whatever you want, right? And the second thing is, you know how I was recommending to Teresa, this is what you can do, or this is what I'd like you to do? The fact is this is Teresa's WordPress, and whatever she does is absolutely right, because it's hers. And
whatever the heck I want to do with it.
That's right, it's ours. We can do whatever. There is no right or wrong. It's
Right.
just a technique.
Yeah. And it's fun. If you're into this kind of thing, which you probably are if you're watching this, but, it kind of took me back to my programming days. I used to be a programmer, and I haven't touched it in a long time. It's like, I remember what that is. I remember what a function is. Oh, this is fun.
That's right, yeah.
So now I want to go, change everything. No, I'm just kidding. So do you have another tip for us, Jim? I do have another one if you...
Go ahead and jump into it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I have a smartphone, like a lot of people do, and my website, the way I have it, my Digital Moon Studios website, I didn't really like the way it was looking, and I was like, I don't want to spend the time. A lot of people have a WordPress online, big computer screen, that kind of thing set up, a theme set up, and then they also actually have another theme just for mobile devices, right? Because they want it to look different, they want to scale it down or whatever. I'm way too lazy for that, all right? I just want it to look good when I turn my phone on. So it simplifies it a little, but what I found was a plugin that would do just that. So it's called, I'm going to go to my plugin page. Where's my plugins? Plugins right here. And I'll go to the installed plugins. And it's called, actually, am I still on the, I'm on the Poppy Jasper site. Whoops. Let me log out of that and go to my Digital Moon Studio site because that's where the plugin is. So, see, I don't have a nice, neat little, remember last time Bob showed that login At the bottom, I haven't done that yet. So, but you know, my search engine has it all memorized. Oh, I could just use Bob. Can I use yours, Bob? I'm too lazy to type mine in.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm just going to log on with Bob's ID. All right, so now if I go over to my plugins page and wait for that to come up, and why is it not showing up? Let me make that. Where's the, oh, there it goes. Okay, sometimes you just have to play around with the, how big or small you've got the page setting at, I've noticed with WordPress. Sometimes stuff just disappears. Okay, so if you scroll down and you look at my plugins, I have one called WP Touch right here. So this plugin takes your website and simplifies it so that it gives you this basic generic menu. And actually, is this your phone or is this Bob's phone?
It's my phone. I don't know that you'll be able to see it through the camera though.
Oh, really? Oh, right. And we don't have yeah, well, okay.
So just it simplifies it.
Yeah,
so
actually, let's go to the website and you can see kind of what it simplifies it into just basic visit plugin site into just basic menu items.
Okay.
It still kind of shows the graphics. Open a new tab, but it simplifies it so that here's a good example. Let's see somewhere. Screenshots. All right, right here.
Nice.
So it will simplify it so that it's kind of a menu like this. That's not exactly right. Well, just trust me.
All right. Well, go to the website. What size is it?
The WP Touch.
No. What site is your site? Has that?
Oh, yeah.
Digital
So
Moon
pull out your
Studios.com.
smartphone. Oh, yeah. I don't know if you can see. This is like really little.
No
You
way.
can't see it. Okay. But if it pulls it out and makes oh, upside down. Yeah, it's too hard to see. Trust me. Go to your smartphone. Pull up my website, www.digitalmoonstudios.com. Plus, I want you to pull up my website anyway. And you can see what it looks like online. And then pull your smartphone out and do the same thing on your browser on your smartphone. And you'll see that it looks different, but has the same menu items.
Mind if I cut in on you?
Yes.
All right, I got.
No.
No, I know what you meant. I got 2 minutes to show something that I wanted to share with. So I'm actually doing a little program with a gentleman out in Monterey. It's WPin5.com. It stands for WordPressin5.com. And it's going to be 5-minute videos on WordPress. But if you cut over to my screen, I want to show you one of the plugins I use. It's called the Coming Soon plugin, or it's called Under Construction. So anybody that goes to this site while it's under construction sees this. But when you log into the dashboard, once you've logged in, the system knows you're logged in. Now you can see the site.
Oh.
And so this is an example of it. And what we've done is we've created videos, and this is a little video that's going to be playing, and you can kind of hear.
Investigate WordPress, but I'm
nice.
not really clear on exactly what it is.
And so the concept
That's the
here
boat I was in during this.
is that you'll be able to watch 5-minute or less videos explaining WordPress, and it's learning WordPress in 5.
That's awesome.
WPN 5, yeah.
And now, are you also going to put a link on there, donate to cause?
Donate to cause, not even donate to cause. I'm going to use Clean, CLEENG, which is the ability for it'll actually hide that video and say, if you'd like to watch the video, pay $1.
Now, we didn't talk about that yet, right?
We talked about it last week.
Oh, we did. Oh, I couldn't remember. Yeah. So that's awesome, that Clean thing. So we'll do that. I think we're out of time, huh?
We've got 1 minute, but you know what?
Oh, we've got 1 minute.
If I go to my homepage, you'll be able to see the Clean in action.
Yeah, let's do that, because I really like that idea. I'm going to look more into that.
Video test 2. Whoops. It looks like I think we might have. Oh, it's under. Yeah, it looks like we're in the process of working on it, so I think we've gotten rid of the Clean option. But anyways, if you could do that, do me a favor, check out WPN5.com. If you want to be on my mailing list, email me at jim@bluemarquee.com, and I'll be emailing a plugin review video once a month to my mailing list.
Oh, nice.
And that's kind of where I'm planning on
So you'll
going.
get these tips all the time. Oh, we're gone. I think our credits are going to roll. Thank
All
you,
right.
guys. Thanks
Well,
for coming.
Good seeing you. We'll see you next week. Oh.
Oh.
We're going to see you next week. There we go.
Here, we need to.